You're tuned into news across the galaxy, where they talk all things LA Galaxy with the Nag Boys. Let's start nagging.
Cheers. Hello, salud. Dude, with no audio. This is fucking hilarious.
Oh,
Hold on, let me make sure.
nope. Should have ran the intro again.
Well, I can't. I wouldn't be able to hear.
Oh.
Anything?
That's exactly what you had. Yeah, take it on the chin and then move on to the next one.
Well, yes, that's like.
Oh, all right, dope. I still don't see the meters moving, but he's gonna figure it out right now. He has to transition. Run the intro again, Chewy.
A little bit of audio. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Here we go. We're gonna run it back.
You're tuned into news across the galaxy where they talk all things LA Galaxy with the Nag Boys. Let's start nagging.
I really want to take a picture with you. You'll be my American boy, American boy.
American boy.
All right.
And this is as good as the show's gonna get.
Yeah.
Are you okay there, Brian? Brian has no levels. Brian, why don't you read that number over there you have to Chewy?
Number 4, sir.
Number 4. We're looking for number 4. Yeah, well, we figured that out.
There we go.
So we made it. We actually got something together, right? We're here. What time is
Live,
it?
baby.
Almost 10 p.m. And
Is this the beginning of this broadcast a semblance of what we saw tonight?
no, because it's kind of backwards. This is a bad start.
Yeah, it's a mirror.
Yeah. Mirror.
Yeah.
Man in the mirror.
It's a reflection.
Pulisic.
Pulisic.
Not doing anything.
Nope.
Us. Not
He's
doing
being
anything.
stashed now.
Damn, it all comes together.
Yep.
Welcome to News Across the Galaxy, where we talk all things LA Galaxy. My name's Eddie. Not as always, I have Edgar in front of me.
Hey.
Woo woo! Edgar with the championship ring.
It's one more than everyone on this team is going to get. As always, I got Brian right here. What up, Brian?
Hey.
What? Say something.
Something.
Fucking Chewy. Number 4.
Number 4, my lord.
Number 4, my lord.
There.
There we go.
There we go.
And we got Chewy trying his hardest over there on the
Of
ones
course.
and twos.
Thank you, Chewy. Still love you, bro.
What up? What up?
Yeah.
I am.
Bien la verga.
Supposed to be 1s and 2s, but right now it's like the 1s and 6s or something. And hey, we got some studio audience right here. That don't adjust your cameras. That handsome motherfucker right there, that looks like a duck, is the world famous. What's up, Bookie?
Hi.
There you go.
Bookie
Ratings just went through the fucking roof.
hey, Bookie.
There he
Why,
is.
why does your mustache look sad tonight?
Do you really want to know?
Do you really want to know about Boogie's mustache?
It's looking real
Welcome
sad.
to News Across the Galaxy. I don't know.
Excellent.
Yeah,
And the Galaxy
right?
form. I love it.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Before we get into the actual game, let's talk about the festivities.
Oh,
for
yeah.
the game. I don't think we all got to partake. I didn't. I got to take.
I did not.
I got to take my brother, which is really cool. And
We got to see Spidey,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
a.k.a.
He's probably gonna listen to this later, so I have to.
Of course, he's
I have to
asleep right
put it
now,
out
dude.
there. He's, just a
He's
bitch
asleep right now.
Still, bitch ass.
Bitch ass. Bitch ass. Seth Rollins style.
Yeah. But I think. Well, I don't. Even, I'm scared to ask Chewy any question.
Ask him a question.
Hey Chewy, you were inside early.
I went inside early. Yes.
Cool, Edgar. You went after. You went in after him. You got a little glimpse of what was going on there.
Oh yeah. Actually, I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised that I was still able to come out with something, which was this nice little ring. I was kind of hoping to get there earlier so I can get this 2002 MLS Cup scarf that I have signed Fortunately, by the time I got there, everything was closed. But there was a special bonus because as I was walking back, who do I see? Easy E. Ezra Hendrickson walking my way.
That is awesome. Oh, you did send us a
Wait.
picture of it.
Yeah.
Easy
Yeah.
or Hendrick?
And Ezra Hendrickson is always a nice, humble guy. I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, Ezra, I remember I used to interview you back in the day." And I was like, I put together this nice jersey with your number 17 from 2001. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, that was you." And I was like, "Yeah." So he was really nice. I asked him for a photo. We took a photo. We chatted a little bit more. So I was happy. I mean, the manager from Chicago Fire, who was there yesterday, flew all the way out here to spend some time with some G's.
True.
Once a G, always a G. Word of respect for Ezra Hendrickson.
You think if they flew him on Spirit Airlines or how do you think?
Oh, come on.
Nah, Southwest.
Say that Galaxy
Elite.
Legend. Why would you, dude, why would you
JetBlue.
even ask that?
Somebody picked him up from like Burbank Airport or some shit.
That's just mean.
From Torrance Airport.
Dude, that's a tall dude. Imagine like sat up in coach and shit.
Damn.
He's like kneeing himself in the face the whole fucking flight.
Cradle position. What is it? Fetus position. The whole time he's sitting down.
Pobrecito.
You're the dicks. Don't bully him. You're a bully, sir.
Not a bully. I'm
Oh,
sleeping.
hey, you're tired?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I am tired. I'm not used to these 3-day weekends. My body thinks I have to go to work tomorrow.
Your body does think that.
My body's stupid though. Should we get into the game? You know, it's a late night, so we can.
Just
Are we
get
going
into
to talk
it.
about the previous game against Toronto, by the way? Because something fantastic happened at the end of that game.
Well, that is a positive we could start off the show with.
Oh.
That is a very positive.
Because before those two games, we had talked about the possible amount of points that we were going to get from two clubs that play very good at home and seem to be doing well at this point in the season. Galaxy went into New England and came out with 3 points. That was the first time that the Revs had lost at home since April 8th. So, wow, that's pretty big. First Galaxy road win since May, I want to say.
Yeah.
So, two big things. And that delectable pass from Riqui Puig to Chicharito. Oh, served it to him.
Let's quote the BN Sports announcer, orgasmic.
Orgasmic pass.
That was a coon pass, right?
Coom.
And Galaxy gets the 3 points. And if you thought at that point, damn, this kid is good. Fast
The
forward
next
a
match.
few days
And you thought you were
later.
dry.
A few days
no.
later, in Toronto.
Here we come again.
Oh my goodness.
Here we come again.
Galaxy. It looks like our boys are gonna go down 3-2, right? And out of nowhere,
Oh, 2-1.
2-1. Was it 2-1? Okay. 2-1. A Riqui Puig takes the ball from, I could say, outside the box, dribbles around some people, and then for no reason just unleashes this wicked shot that caught everyone by surprise. And to be honest, it's one of those shots that I don't care which goalkeeper you are, you're not going to stop that. It had its
no.
bite to it. That thing went up
Placement.
into the corner. I mean, that's a worldie
Where the spider nuts are at.
Yeah.
where the spider nuts are at.
And that's how you earn yourself the name.
Spider nuts. Oh.
Ricky
So-
Splooge.
Ricky Splooge.
So any doubts that anybody had about what Riqui Puig could provide to this team, right
It's
away,
Splooge.
completely dashed.
All Splooge. Please call after 4 hours. Send help.
Yeah, if it's still splooging.
So going into this game, you wouldn't fault anybody for having a sense of optimism because we just took 4 points out of 6 from two
Yeah.
of the best teams in
No,
the East.
I felt good for that road trip, but and we'll get into that game right now. But we had to address something, and then we'll go into this game because it's kind of important leading into this game. I don't think there is a big gap between, or if any, between Gasper and Edwards. You get something and you lose something from each one,
Yeah.
right?
if you combine them together, it'd be like the
Good
perfect
God,
left back.
that penalty, Gasper was done
God, yeah.
in Toronto. He was tired. But I assure you, that goal doesn't happen if Gasper's on the field. A couple of reasons why. Edwards was out of position to begin with. He turns over that ball, challenges Benedeski or whatever his name is, high up the field. And that's straight frustration. You're inside the box, chase him down, stand on your fucking feet. You bailed him out. He took a heavy touch forward.
Yeah.
And you go down too easy, bro.
Yeah.
So why is it important? Because he came in. I don't know how you guys feel. I don't think Gasper had a bad game. I think he got tired.
Yeah.
I don't think he had a bad game at
I
all.
agree with you on that one, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just that, the match in Toronto. I think he had a solid match in New England as well. So back-to-back matches where he's been solid.
Right.
And he's got a lot of flack from a lot of fans just because that one game where it bounced over his head. But these ass, aside from this one, it's because he didn't play.
I mean, again, it's like
Yeah.
pick and choose, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it's been frustrating on that side of the field because just when you think you've solved a problem, something else happens, and then you switch from one player to the other, and there's just like a lack of consistency there. And we saw some of that again tonight because Raheem Edwards, he was trying too hard. I've said it since the LAFC game, the second one.
Well,
I feel like he's been trying too hard.
Well, let's go with the lineup to begin. So we come out what seems to be, well, this is the way that Melissa says it, a 4-4-1-1. So they have, no, this is obviously totally wrong. They have Jovic out wide. Yeah, that's terribly wrong. So I'm going to go with what I think it was. You had Jonathan Bond in goal. You had Raheem Edwards on left. There's the first thing. You had D. Wills and Sekou Koulibaly in the center back. You had Julian Araujo outright. And you had Brugman and Delgado starting in the middle. And then you had Vasquez and Riqui Puig starting in the middle.
Pooch.
Splooge. And then you had Dejan Jovic and Chicha on top.
Yeah.
How does this lineup actually line up?
It would be like a 4-2-2-2, right?
Number one, I'll tell you the honest truth. Yeah, we talked about Edwards, but I think when I saw this actual lineup where there's no wingers, Vasquez was the first red flag. I was like, what's going on here? How does this lineup make sense?
Him out wide never does.
Who's out wide? We don't know who's out wide. I'm assuming it was like, I don't know. It's not even a 3 or a 2. I don't know.
It's a 4-2-2-2-2 all the way up.
One of the things that stuck to me right from the beginning was that I didn't see Grant Sear in the lineup. I expected to see him there. I felt like he's been contributing as of late. And not to see him there was kind of surprising. Some of the people sitting next to me were actually happy when they saw that Kevin Cabral wasn't starting. But it's still it was kind of strange the lineup, but there was still a sense of optimism. I felt, hey, if we can't win this game, then I don't know what the heck these guys are doing out there. So,
Well, it'd take too long to have your optimism lifted, right? We're in the fourth minute, I should say. Riqui Puig, Riqui
Splooge, sir. Splooge.
Gets a quick pass off to Victor Vasquez, who Victor Vasquez also gets a quick. It's interesting. It's quick for Vasquez. When do you get to say that in the last 10 years? Vasquez gets a quick pass to Chicha out wide. Yeah, an open Chicha, right? Cut it to Chicha, finding that space, and just Chicha doing Chicha things, right? He nice finish.
Yeah,
perfect.
perfect.
You know what a striker's supposed to do. We actually don't get the. So maybe that was foreshadowing for what was happening next.
I want to say this lineup that the LA Galaxy came out with was something that Greg Vanney had talked about when the whole Galaxy thing went down in Long Beach. He was talking about having players on the pitch who are space creators and space takers. So I'm guessing that's what it was with this lineup, because in that play, like you said, the quick 1-2s with Riqui, who understand each other coming from the same school of football, greatest in the world. We'll know those 1-2s, and then just finding the open space. As simple as that. They didn't need the wingers in this situation. I mean, against a team you could kind of experiment with, I guess, since they're in the bottom of the league, right?
No.
But they have people that can hurt you.
That's exactly what I was going to say. We've already dealt with these guys just several
Like
weeks
a
ago,
month, maybe?
6 weeks ago, was it? And they completely punished us. And they were in dead last in the West. So you can't take it easy against these guys. As long as Johnny Russell's hanging around on the field, that dude's a
Chalamet.
monster. And he will punish you if you're not careful.
Who, by the way, spoiler alert, he did later on in the game.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian.
I said spoiler alert.
Not a good
4 minutes in, we gotta go.
I was feeling good about it, I guess I would say, but then reality, at least in my eyes, as inebriated as I was, starts to set in. I'm like, this is all too familiar. We're possessing this fucking ball, possess and possess and possess. But what are we doing with it?
Well, that's one thing I was looking at, paying close attention to see what are you going to do with all that possession. I felt that getting that goal right off the bat was such a good thing because in this type of weather, I felt that this type of weather favors Sporting Kansas City because this is what the Midwest is like in the summer. We're not used to this kind of stuff. So I was thinking to myself, well, it's good. We got the lead. Now we could try to build on it while these guys are still stunned because obviously they didn't expect to be down so early in the match.
Yeah.
However, what I saw that was irked me, I guess, I didn't find too amusing was that when the Galaxy did have the ball, they were trying to get so cute with their passes. They were trying to do like the pretty things, the pretty pass, waiting at the last minute to try a mega guy or things like that. When just pass the ball, move it up the field instead of like at one point Riqui Puig and Victor Vasquez were just passing the ball back and forth to each other like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, okay, you guys having your little tiki taka.
That's what annoys me too, because like I said, like all that possession for what? Like if you look at the highlights, Kansas had more dangerous opportunities than we did, and they did it. Counters, turnovers, whatever whatever they had the opportunity to do it in. We hold the ball for so fucking long, and we do not know what to do with it. We fucking complain and bitch and whine about having a cam, and we have a creative player now. I don't know if you want to call him a cam, but we have a creative player, which I'm okay with, I guess.
Yeah.
And it still doesn't produce anything. It's still the same Vanny-esque soccer.
Well, I don't know if you want to call it Vanny-esque soccer, but I sit in the northwest corner of the field, more on the west stand. But so I was watching that first half, seeing things come down the left side. That's where Joveljic was playing most of the time, and I was trying to see if he was going to spring ahead to get a through ball or anything. There were several times when absolutely all was needed was just a pass over the defense or just a through ball, which he had the lane, but the pass never came. Whether Raheem Edwards was distracted or whether somebody was looking down instead of looking up the field or somebody was busy passing the ball back to somebody, it seemed to me that Joveljic was, I guess, if I was him, I'd be frustrated because you're creating these runs, these opportunities to try and get the ball down into the final third, and nobody's passing the ball to you. And we're already talked about, oh, we have Puig now. Well, what about the rest of the guys?
Yeah. So everyone gets to just take the day off.
So all this possession, do you think it's just them being patient? Because there wasn't, they had to wait for their openings. We didn't have the wingers who could give us that burst of speed through the wings and just exploit them on that way.
I don't even know what it is at this point because I said like I'm happy like Riqui being creative and stuff, but it's just like somebody like to break those lines and it just it's not there. It's just not there. It's weird.
And like you mentioned earlier, having the goal come so early wasn't just such a boost of adrenaline because one thing that this crowd really needed, because the weather was so miserable, especially for the people sitting in the east and in the Victoria block. You know, if you're in the sun and with the weather we're having right now, it's miserable. So having that goal happen right off the bat, that's the boost of adrenaline. You're happy. You're like, yeah, it feels good. Yeah, it's horrible, but we're winning. And you expect more of that. And you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for that to happen. And then Kansas City just slowly, methodically chips away at that sense of confidence until you're left wondering when they're going to equalize and maybe even go ahead.
Those are the type of games that make you question the mentality of the players. In this case, we're trying to make a playoff.
How much do you guys give the
playoff push.
excuse of tired legs? Considering that Kansas didn't play during the week.
That's a factor.
It could be travel, but these are professionals. I mean, they're highly conditioned professionals. They have that wonderful Herbalife stuff that gets pumped into their veins throughout the week.
Sponsor for the next 5 years.
Hell yeah! Hook it, pump it into my veins, baby.
Herb is life.
So, yeah, I mean, these are the dog days of summer in MLS, and I addressed this before. It's just like the time of the year when you really see who's there that really, really wants it, and who is gonna just fall apart when they start to feel pain and burning in their lungs, and they realize that it's gonna take more than just physical acumen. This is where that strong mentality comes in, the one where you're not just talented, but you have like a strong will and desire to keep going. And I told the people next to me when Galaxy was up 1-0, it's like, I really hope that these guys don't take Kansas City lightly, because these guys are starving for anything right now. And a starving animal is going to just bite anything that comes its way. And I keep mentioning him, Johnny Russell's there. Whenever you have that guy on the field, you can't ever take it easy. And that's what it was at Kansas City, a starving team that came up and bit hard.
Well, let's get into the second half.
I guess so. No other positives from the first half?
No, just possession. Kansas had the most chances, I think. And
At one point, it looked like Kansas scored, but it was offside.
Oh, that's right. A deflection.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say we got lucky because it looked pretty clear. But anyways, we go to the second half. I'm not feeling too great in halftime.
But not down.
I'm feeling great for other reasons.
Oh, well, shit.
As far as like the Galaxy is concerned,
Yeah.
I was not feeling great, not feeling confident. Again, like, you watch this league close enough. One, you look at the history that Vanny's never beaten Peter Ramirez. And you still have Shalaway and Russell on the field. I mean, things can happen in an instant. And these kind of players and teams don't need help.
Nah.
Like the second half comes out the same, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to use the word stagnant, because you can, but it's more like we just made it stagnant because all we did was play throughout the back a lot. We came out of tight spaces, but it was just like mostly in our own half. And Kansas creates a chance in the 62nd minute, I want to say.
Well, even before that, I just want to point out that Raheem Edwards got a yellow card in the 47th minute. Anytime one of your defenders gets a yellow card, especially the guys that work on the wings, they have to be extra careful the rest of the match, because any stupid little thing, you have a referee that might be swayed by whatever attitude he brings to the field that day, and he just doesn't like the cut of your jib at that any given moment, and next thing you know, you got that second yellow and you got your walking papers. So for Raheem Edwards, who we have seen has made some mental errors on defense,
Raheem!
he gets that yellow, and all of a
Anybody
sudden,
tells me where that's from, not you. In the chat, you get a free beer from the Night Boys.
so yeah, to start the half like that, that's not good. It kind of handcuffs you a bit, especially on that side where we've discussed before among us that, it's like a committee. more than anything. They're platooning.
Do you guys think he was having an okay game up to that yellow? Like with that half on the left side? What do you guys think about that?
Oh, you talking about Raheem?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take okay.
She should have been setter because he's been rested
No, I'll take
the most on that side.
just okay. You know, we're getting to this argument, and let's circle back to this.
Okay.
I think the issues are now evident that it's in the wings.
And not, yeah.
In the defensive side of the wings.
Yeah, especially after what we saw in the second half.
Yeah. So, let's circle back to that because that question is this. There's a bigger picture to that one.
To
Anyway,
Barcelona.
the Barca's trash too.
Hey.
Mm,
Come on.
take it easy.
65th minute.
Yes.
Fucking Derek Geppetto Williams.
That's
That's what's up. It happens. So the momentum takes you. Gets called for a handball. Clear handball.
I mean,
man.
There's not much you can do there. Sometimes your body just.
I mean, if you look at that, and with me, I'm looking at it right now on a replay, and he just does like this weird jump where he's like,
The Geppetto. He wants a real boy.
It's just funny because I'm sure these guys get drilled constantly, like keep your hands, down. But sometimes it's just human nature to do something like that because you want to balance yourself, position your body a certain way.
Why? Tell them that is human nature.
Why?
Man, dude, you gonna head to the karaoke bar after this? Damn. Join us next time on Nag Karaoke.
New wave. Let's go.
Nah, but
Yeah.
It happened.
It happened.
It happened.
look, I played a lot of defense in my life, and sometimes when you try to make that, like, it's uncontrollable sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It looks awkward, whatever, but sometimes your body just does that when you try to make a effort at a tackle, and it's hard to fault him, although he's done it like he did it a few weeks ago. Still,
You know what's unfortunate about that goal is that it didn't happen to somebody who we would say is unreliable or who we have pointed out in the past before for making mistakes like that. It's somebody who, if you ask most people, he's probably the defender of the year for LA Galaxy.
I beg to differ.
Yeah.
I think collectively,
Collectively?
it's Sega.
Collectively? You mean the whole body of work for the season?
Yeah,
Yeah. I
But-
agree with that.
Well,
because he
you
had
could
his,
say that.
and this is we can
Okay,
argue
it
this
happened
later.
again in the injury. After he got it in,
he had
another
a
injury.
slump,
This year. Yeah.
But then just look at him now again. Before,
I mean, I still have my gripes with him now.
Yeah. I said my grasp him, but
you have your problems with Williams the way he gets lost too.
Yeah, that one too.
And if as I'm saying collectively, I think what he's done. Never mind. This is what I want to do. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, to just finish my thought, I feel like the team is better with Derek Williams on the field. Sega could get hurt. You could plug in DePuy and would still be okay. Obviously, DePuy is not the same caliber as Sega. It's just funny saying that about our defense, right? But the fact that it happened to Williams, somebody that we've come to depend on to be a rock in the back, yeah, that hurts, right? Because you don't want that to happen to one of the guys that were like, hey, he's one of our really good guys. Right?
Yeah.
And obviously, Johnny Russell steps up, fires the shot, and can you believe Bondi almost got it? He actually,
Again,
Yeah.
he blocked his last penalty.
yeah, and we're like, damn, because not only did he almost just stop it, straight up, but it went off the crossbar. I mean, off the bar, the post,
Yeah.
across to the other one, and then it trickled in.
All right. So that happened.
Damn.
Lie to me, guys. Lie to me. You thought we were gonna win after this?
Oh.
Hell no.
I'm about to say you're so pretty, but all right.
At that point, I'm thinking to
Just being an
myself,
asshole.
Kansas City, they broke the spell. They got the goal that they needed to gain some momentum, and now all it's going to take is for another defensive lapse, another LA Galaxy just mistake in the back, and they're gonna make us pay for
It
it.
doesn't take long. This sucks. We already talked about this.
Man.
Yeah.
We like this kid.
Yeah.
Barcelona linked apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, come the fuck on.
That is not.
How lazy was that defending? That's the best word. Lazy.
I was on that side of the field, and I was watching him as that play was unfolding, and I was looking at his facial expressions, because that's how close I was. Right, I was looking at him, and the moment that play begins, and he gets beat, I was looking at his face, and I was thinking to myself, "What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do?" And he starts jogging back, and my thought is, where's their sense of urgency? Do you realize that this guy has like a free lane straight to the box? You left your goalkeeper all alone, and he starts running harder. And it isn't until he enters the 18, the Kansas City guy, that you see Julian really begin to hustle. And as he catches up to him, that's when the Kansas City player does the cutback, gets around him, and fires a good shot. Got to give him credit. It was
First
a good
podium,
shot.
dude. That was good.
But I hate this. Like, look at it right now.
And yeah, you see what I'm seeing though? I don't know if they show his facial expression on the TV, but that's what I saw. And everybody that was sitting around me, you could hear the whispers. People were like, Barcelona? Really? Barcelona? And they're like, no, there's no way. There's no way. And this is where I told my friends, I was like, this is not just today. This is not just a few weeks ago. This is not just a month or two ago. This has been the entire season, where he might have like one or two bright moments in a game here, a game there. He might have one solid half, maybe 3/4 of a game where you're like, damn, he was on. But at some point, Julian has dropped the ball. He's made mistakes that have cost us goal. And if there's any example of what is wrong with him, this goal right here, the way it came down, this is the epitome of what's been wrong with him all season long. I don't know what's going on in his head, because this kid has the world in his hands. He has, despite having such an inconsistent season, he had offers. I mean, I don't know if it's offers, but there was rumors about him going to Barcelona, one of the most storied teams in the world. Do I feel he deserved that?
No.
No.
Nobody does.
Based on what he did last year, if you were telling me this at the beginning of the season, like back in March and April, I'd be like, damn, hell yeah, he deserves that, because he had such a great 2021 season. We're all so proud of him, what he's done for our club, and we wish him the best in his future endeavors. But
Right now,
2022,
I don't even know if I want him starting.
I don't know who this guy is anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of constitution you have to play like this and then be able to, I guess, have a sense of, hey, I belong on the Mexican national team, or I belong on this field with my teammates playing the way I do, and I'm going to keep the spot no matter what, because, hey, I'm Julian.
He needs that
Hope that's
competition
not-
on
Well,
his
he needs to
side.
get slapped around by somebody then. Old school style.
Well, Williams already called him out. Not
You think
directly, but indirectly, when he voiced his opinion about what's going on in the
I don't
back
know.
line.
One of the subs was earlier. It was actually, most of the subs happened before we were down. Some happened during the tie. Credit to two of the subs. One of them I did not understand, by the way. Brian, take a look at the screen over there while I talk about this. So you had Vasquez come out for question,
Yeah.
right? Why? Vasquez had a terrible game, in my opinion. Besides the assist,
amazing.
besides the assist,
Yeah.
he had a terrible game. And what was lacking there was the pace.
And you take out one slow guy.
Yeah,
For another slow
And
guy.
we love Kleshin now.
We love Sasha.
Yeah, but he just came in and shit the bed as well.
Yeah. Sasha looked like Like if somebody just woke him up out of bed and said, "Hurry, there's an earthquake! There's an earthquake! Run, run, run!" And he's like stumbling over himself and slowly walking down the stairs and tripping.
Yeah, it was like he took his energy in like years. He took his FIFA stamina, and kept it. He kept Vasquez's FIFA stamina.
Damn.
There was maybe even a drop off, which is sad when he came in because we love Sasha. Like, I have nothing good to say about Sasha in this game, so I will refrain from saying anything else about Sasha. I'll leave it at
because
that.
we like the guy.
Yeah, I have nothing good to say.
We
about
love him here.
Yeah, I'll say that. The other subs made more sense, right? And I think it was strange that we didn't have neither one of these, or Cabral. So you had Grancer come in for Joveljic and Douglas Costa come in for Brugman.
That one.
So now we have wingers.
But you bring in Costa.
I mean, you have to think about what the last game we just had.
That was the set piece, though.
No, the game overall last week.
I mean, he didn't have a bad game. He did have his
But
best game as a
you
G's.
needed something. We talked
I
about
guess.
the possession without doing anything, right?
Well, for my liking, I would have liked Cabral a little earlier because what he did when he came in, I know a lot of people do not like him, but he does cause havoc in the back line for the opposition. Whether he's up there pressuring or whether he has the ball on his feet. I know he can't finish for shit, but everything else he does, he's a threat. So I
Yeah.
would have liked him coming in earlier.
No, that's true. When it comes to Cabral, we all know what's going on. Yeah, you could preach to the choir, but the one thing he does well is he's able to get to you to the final third. He can't finish, which must be frustrating.
Oh, he fits right fucking in.
But he gets you there, and we've seen him whip in a pass here and there.
Right.
So at least he gets you there. And in a game like this, against a team like Kansas City, which I said, yeah, they're starving, but it means that they're also struggling. So you might create something, right?
I was hopeful. I mean, I wasn't against the sub. I think we needed something. It's not like anybody that was in the field at that moment was going to give you that give you a spark. So I was definitely not against
What do
it.
you mean, Cabral? Even
On the field. We're talking about on the field. That's
on
what
the
I'm saying.
field.
Like, I wasn't against him coming in.
Okay.
And then Cabral does come in, right? Cabral does come in. And so we actually see another repeat of Magic, Riqui Puig, who's...
Before that, though,
Yeah.
I just want to say some of the thoughts that I had during the game. I was writing down mental notes.
Yes.
And because I was
do
thinking
those.
about subs. And so I was thinking to myself, Julian is having such an awful game. I think we should save him off. So I was thinking this is a good opportunity to bring in Cáceres. Take Julian off, bring in Cáceres, have 3 center backs, and with Raheem Edwards, take him out and bring in Grancer, and bring in Cabral. I guess have your guys going up the flanks, have the 3 center backs. But what we saw was something completely different. So when the subs did come, I was bewildered, especially like you said, the one with Sasha and Vasquez. I was like,
That one tripped me out.
so I was like, you want some speed, bud? You want to. I mean, I know he's creative, but he can only create like a sphere of influence is like 10 yards. and
It's like one of those things, bro, where just like, you want to have hope in somebody, like, all right, Vanny, you're turning it around.
yeah,
You got these subs right. And then...
But it's a trend the whole season.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's hurtful that he still does it to us. By the way, we're going to get a $5 donation if somebody sings Prince.
sings Prince.
Yeah, some Prince.
When you want a fingerprints?
No. Fingerprints.
Oh.
He doesn't get it. He
Nobody
gets it,
got it?
though.
Confusion.
Not going to happen.
Psyduck is confused.
Narf.
Yes. See? No?
I got the slowpoke face right now. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Anyway, that was your 90s moment right
You
there.
hurt me more than Vanny, bro.
Damn it. That's pretty tough.
But yeah, Eddie, going back to what you were saying, something really wonderful happened again. Because where would we be right now without Douglas Costa? No, I'm just kidding. Riqui Puig.
Riqui Puig. I would not have to question my sexuality as much.
No,
That's
of
the
course
first
not.
place I would be. Secondly, we'd be out by now, probably, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. So what we're talking about right now is you have to see where that place starts.
Oh my God. It's like
Something out of nothing.
yeah. It was like in the Galaxy defensive zone. Riqui gets the ball. One of the Kansas City players pounces on him, and Riqui does like a little shimmy left to right, leaves him in the dust, runs up the field, and just threads this beautiful pass to Cabral. Which the moment I got it, I was thinking, please God, don't mess this up. And then a second later, I'm like, he's gonna mess it up.
When he
Please
takes that
foul
touch.
him. Please foul him. And yes, he got fouled. And I was like, yes, he got bailed out. Because there's no way, from the angle he was going, there's no way he was going to make that shot. Not with a soft little pass.
He would've
I
come
was-
back and tried to do something.
I was hoping somebody would have tackled him from behind.
Hey, you know what though? Credit to him. He got us the fucking beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. We
But
had to get you
instant
there.
spark as soon as he came in. I mean, of course, Riqui Puig with that rhino pill of a fucking pass. Oof.
It's the hardest pass I've ever felt. I mean,
Call the doctors after 4 hours.
what?
But man, where we're being treated to a world class player at a young age. These are the kind of we should enjoy him. It's like I remember the final season Alphonso Davies was playing for Vancouver. It was a joy to watch him play. I know you guys are like, oh, another team, but no, this is a wonderful player that, as you can see, has gone on to make a big impact on the world stage with Bayern. So when you get somebody like Riqui Puig, now he's playing for your team, and he's not leaving for Europe. He came to the U.S. He's playing for your team, so you get to see him play. And it's not like David Beckham, who was always towards the end of his career. We're talking about somebody who's just starting off, and you're gonna see him get better and better and better. And the hope is that that spirit that he has, that creative spark, is contagious, and other guys on the team are inspired to be better. But that also means that you have to be willing to make sacrifices and do something, and not just be comfortable where you are.
So Edwards is gone next season. That's a fact. No, but you're right though. I think that's also it's up to the coach too, like to feed that, to not only feed you that, but make you buy in.
Yeah.
And believe that. And oh my God, it feels like
You don't think Vanny does well at that?
No, because Vanny's done it, right? But maybe some of them aren't the right. Edwards is, we keep picking on Edwards. He's a good example. And Julian, too.
Yeah.
But Julian's thing could also be, and I don't know if we want to get into Julian now. We can do it at the end. But, and it just occurred to me literally now. How long has Julian been with the Galaxy? How many coaches has he gone through, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that big change is very important because he's like, well, here's another fucking MLS coach who's going to preach all this shit to me, and I'm supposed to buy in, and I'm making X amount of dollars what I should be playing over here because Fabrizio
point.
Romano fucking knows that there's interest from Barca.
Yeah.
You know, and he's young enough to where you could kind of excuse him for that, but it sucks because he's on our team. But those are people you're better off maybe moving because they're not gonna buy into it, right? Like Mark Delgado buys in because Mark knows Vanny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you asked about Julian's time with the Galaxy, and the managers he's had, all of them won MLS Cups.
Oh
at
no,
some point.
but he knows that.
And you
That's
would
the
think
thing.
that he would.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
After so many, he's like, "Who are you to tell me? Who are you? You know, how are you better than the last guy?
Yeah. Because, he's...
The last guy won too, so who
He
are you to
was
tell
with
me?
GBS.
You
He
know,
was with GBS 2 seasons, right? He was Vanny 2 seasons, and then the concept changed. I agree with that 100%.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I get
they're MLS
you.
Cup winners.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. But it's the same thing. It's like, well, yeah, that last guy was a MLS Cup winner. So what are you gonna tell me different that
that guy didn't tell me in a different language.
So it's like I said at the beginning of the season, Julian mentality will either be let's go all out as I work hard towards earning my trip to Europe and a spot respectfully that should be mine with El Tri, or he's going to be distracted, take it easy, and not give his all because he's going to try to save himself what he feels is I'm out of here in the summer. It's kind of like senioritis. When you're at high school, you're at 12th grade, and you're like, that second semester, you're like, damn it, I don't want to do anything. I just want to get the hell out of here.
Yeah. There could be that a change
I
of
get that
scenery.
sense.
Something's wrong. We know something's wrong.
I mean, I don't want people to think that we don't like Julian.
No, we repeat that all the
love
time.
Julian. We want him to do well. Because if he does well, we do well. And if he goes to
Yeah.
Barcelona, it makes us look good.
Yeah.
But he's
100%.
not looking good right now. And all those rumors about Barcelona and other parts in Europe, and even Club America, there were whispers too, I think. Now all of that, you look at him, you're like, is he really worth it? Is this the guy you're talking about? Is this the guy you said was with the Barcelona Academy and he looks to go back to them? Are you sure this is the guy you're talking about? Because he sure as hell doesn't look like
I
that.
have a theory by it. Well, let's finish up and then let's
Okay,
go.
let's wait.
By the way, if you guys have questions, we didn't get to post, put them on the chat.
Yeah.
Put them on the chat. We got one already. But if you
Okay.
got questions, put them in the chat. We didn't get a chance to ask about questions. So circle back to that, what you just said about the interest from Barcelona. Just that will
Okay.
remind me. So let's
We're
finish
at
off.
the second goal tying. Now, I have beef with that goal.
Okay.
Chicha stepped up to the plate, as he should, as the captain, and buries it with
Top
Colgando.
shelf. That was
Top
top
shelf.
shelf.
Great PK. Great take.
Yeah.
Where was that in the second one?
So you want to get there already?
Yeah.
Let's get there already because that
Yeah.
that right there, that's where you went from like, damn it, hat trick. We're gonna walk out of here.
Hat-trick
We're
hero.
heads held high.
Hat-trick hero.
We're gonna be, we're gonna be in the playoff battle
You know
with
what
games
sucks?
in hand.
You know what sucks?
A vacuum.
I was 100% behind him taking that PK. Right?
Yeah,
But
so was I.
we're standing around squad. Did you notice the interaction with him and Sasha?
No.
Yes, I did.
So Sasha's
Sasha's
like, are
big
you
also,
sure?
yeah.
Like,
And, and I was thinking to myself, Chicha, as much as I want you to have a hat trick, please give the ball to Sasha. Give him a shot. Because if Sasha's going to do anything, he's going to bury a penalty.
So this is where I give more leeway to Chicha. Before that PK was even called, big old controversy, VAR, the crowd was chanting it. In that whole mix of things, Chicha and the goalie were having a few words against each other.
They were chirping at each other, back and forth, back and forth.
Which I love it. It's intensity. It's football. It's competition. That motivated Chicha to want to take that third PK, second PK to score the third goal. Of course, he wanted to take that instead of Sasha. Why wouldn't he? And I also understand why he did the FAILenka.
I cannot.
This
He
is
wanted
where
to shove it in his
cannot
face.
in any way.
And I hated that
¿Qué
shit.
dice el público?
Dude, fuera. You saw how this man executed that first PK. Top bin with conviction. He just wanted to get cute and kind of shove it into the goalie's face like, hey, I'm going to get you.
One of the things that
You don't
Okay.
do that, bro.
No, what are things you okay. You want your players to have fire in their belly, and you want them to have emotions that will propel them to go forward and do good things for your club. But when your emotions overwhelm you and make you do stupid things, which we have seen with some of the players in this club, like Julian and Raheem, I mean, that's when you become emotionally overwhelmed and you make stupid decisions, which at this point could decide the fate of your team, whether it's playoff bound or not.
Nah.
Because right now, you look at the West, and yeah, we're looking at this with the perspective of we have games in hand. But
You
is there a
shouldn't.
guarantee we're gonna win those games?
Exactly.
Because this is Kansas City. We're talking about like, yeah, they're wounded, they're starving, but they're second to last, bud. And we should win this game. Even though they whooped us a few weeks ago, they're in our house now, and we should win. And we had them, and we let them get away.
Chicha's pride held us from 3 points today.
I hate to
I'ma say
break it
that.
to you, but we didn't.
Chicha's pride held the Galaxy as hostage in those 2 points that we could have got. 3 points.
Is it pride?
His pride.
Is pride the right?
Ego, pride.
It's the pride. He wanted to give it back to the keeper. Dude, he wanted
Especially
to
after all
shove it
that.
in his face.
After all that chirping with the goalkeeper,
Yeah.
he wanted to embarrass him.
Yes.
And
So his pride got the best of him.
I can only imagine what the goalkeeper told him after that.
I mean, I don't mind it. The chippiness between players, if it's on the pitch, you show it. You prove it on the pitch. What better way to actually try to score that goal instead of trying to get cute? Like you did the first PK he took. Top in, conviction. You can stare him down after you score it, right?
Yeah.
So that was in the 92nd minute.
Oh my God, was I
Ladies and gentlemen.
fucking livid?
That is all she wrote.
But you know what? The thing is that there was still some time after that. Even it
You
was
know
such
what,
an
yo,
it was such.
There was time. I don't know how much they gave. It was technically over, but this is something I want to point out, and you can go on after that. Yeah, the booze did not stop till the final whistle.
Yeah.
That's something I've never experienced there. Like a good 3 minutes, solid 3 minutes of just booing.
Well, it was such an emotional letdown after coming back, having to come back against Kansas City
At home, dude.
At
what
home.
the fuck?
and it's a huge emotional letdown.
Yeah.
And then you still have 3 or whatever 4. It felt like it was like 3 or 4 minutes
A lifetime.
afterward, and you can still salvage this game. You can still do something at the end to steal some points, but it doesn't happen. And the final whistle comes, and you're left staring off into the distance, like seeing something that you really care about just slowly fly away far from your grasp, and you're left feeling completely empty.
The disappointment in the stadium,
Was palpable.
like a single mother with her child or something like that. I don't know.
Like,
I'm picking on people right now.
yeah, that's a
I'm being a
terrible.
jerk. Yeah, I'm being a jerk. Sorry.
Yeah, that's your terrible.
That was, sorry, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, it was crazy though.
You know how it was? We have been to games that ended in draws, that people go to the supporter sections after the game, whether it's ACB section or the large section, and people are in good mood. They want to celebrate. There's music, there's drinks flowing, and you go back there. It was like walking into a wake, and
It felt
everybody
like a
was
loss.
dour.
Yeah.
People
felt like a
were
loss.
downcast. People felt disappointed. And damn, how else can I describe it? Oh, I got a perfect way to describe it, because when I went back there, I had been drinking, fluids to stay hydrated the whole game. So I was like, I gotta hit the restroom. So we have those wonderful porta potties there, and and they light up. You walk in, you flip the switch, the light comes on. I walk into my porta potty, and I close the door, and it's dark. So I'm like, damn. And I turn around, and I'm facing the urinal, and the first thing I see is a decal of Chris Klein with clown makeup, and it says Klein
Klein?
out,
Oh,
right? And I'm taking a piss in the dark, looking at this Chris Klein dressed like a clown decal, and the whole time all I could smell is strawberries, vomit, and urine in the dark. And I was thinking to myself, what a perfect way to encapsulate how I felt about this game at the very end.
that would
Strawberry urine.
By the way, that would make a great Universal Horror Nights maze right there.
The whole time Klein's staring back at me.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, you
Now you're
bastard.
walking through and you see like your lead just like disappeared
Oh.
the whole way. Like it takes you to
No,
the history.
thank you.
It's almost like one of those countries that got flattened, by a bigger country because they have a bigger military. So
Yeah.
you start like in 2014 and it's just like, anyways.
So yeah, I think the saddest part was just Klein was staring back at me the whole time, and he's like, and I'm thinking to myself, you made this possible. Thank you.
Yeah. A draw at home against a quote unquote lesser rival.
A non-playoff team again.
Yeah.
Mind you, last time was Seattle, right? We played at home.
Yeah.
Mind
And it sucks because Seattle won today. And
Yeah.
a lot of the teams that for weeks, we've been very fortunate that some of the teams that have been in the playoff hunt, along with the LA Galaxy, have faltered, but not today.
TikTok.
All these teams
TikTok and
did
Deepster.
well.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's a silver lining right
Cat-
there.
I mean, if there's any silver lining is
It's
that the GOATs, the Levas, are actually beating RSL right now, or they beat RSL, I'm sorry, and that works for us, right? Keeps us from
Helps
sinking
us.
even lower.
Yeah. Keeps us in range.
Keeps us in range.
That's it.
Another game that we scored first and did not lose. That's a plus.
TikTok.
You're grasping a straw.
So what? Hey, I'm
Hell
trying
yeah.
to find
Silver
positives.
lining, baby.
Silver
Silver
lining,
lining.
I got a ring.
You got a
Yeah.
ring.
Nah, you know what? I'm mad now because I didn't get one of those.
I got to spend time with my brother.
Here, man.
Ah, you
Here you
did.
go.
Yeah.
They hold
What did you get, Chewy,
Yes.
out of this night?
Drunk?
Yeah, that's what's up. You see? Mookie, Diana, what'd you
Yeah.
guys get?
Damn.
Depression.
Depression.
That's silver lining. The good stuff.
Oh, depression is showing.
Fume.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I see Mookie still has that mustache, so nothing good has happened from him yet.
I had a lot of words to say, though.
No, we want to hear some words from you. And everybody here that's a Galaxy fan. Because... a word time, baby.
Let's go.
I think there's a double here.
Please explain.
You guys want to give us some BJs?
Ooh.
Hey.
It's a long weekend.
Some BJs are needed.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give out some BJs.
BJ.
All right. The first, for me, a very, really, really deserved BJ goes to Vanny.
Yeah.
Bad job
Ooh.
award, Vanny, because wingbacks are problems. One is more obvious than the other. You have a new option on your bench, and you have one that shouldn't be starting, and you did it. And a lot of those issues came from those wingbacks, right?
Yeah.
So that's why BJ, bad job, goes to Vanny.
I agree.
I want to say something different, just for the sake of saying something
You
different.
want to give someone else a BJ?
But I agree with you.
So,
Vanny gets
good.
3
everybody
BJs.
BJ.
Vanny gets 3 BJs. And 3 ahs. Ooh.
Oh, no, don't do
nah,
that.
nah,
Never
nah,
again.
nah, nah,
That's the
nah,
last thing
nah.
Vanny wants to hear.
Never. We'll stick with the BJs.
That's what happened. See, that's the power of the BJ award, that it reposes you.
I mean,
I've never been repulsed by BJ. I mean,
Well, this is not the right kind of BJ.
a BJ's a BJ.
This is the kind of BJ that makes you question your reality like at 3 in the morning.
What the?
what's up?
You good, Chewy?
What's up, Chewy? You not trying to give out a BJ today?
Fuck no. Not after what Edgar said.
No, I mean for me. That's why it goes to him.
So then let's follow that with the Game of Soft award.
Yeah, game is off.
I have mine. I have mine.
I go ahead.
A player who got his chance to start today was trying too much, and unfortunately, nothing that he was trying to do worked out for him. Number 99, the legend himself, Dejan Joveljic. His game was off today.
Yeah.
I understand why he was trying to.
And I want to feed off that when you're
Go
done.
ahead. It's just seeing your partner in crime, Chicha, score first.
Yeah.
You want to get yours too. I understand that. But there was a lot of stuff that he tried to force that wasn't there. And it's uncharacteristic about him. He kind of just let the game flow to him, and he's just the intensity and of all of what the Galaxy does to build up plays. And I don't know, he was just off to the dude. I'm sad for him.
So, yeah, that's actually going to be my winner for it. But somebody that could have easily won it was saved by the fact that he got an assist is Victor Vasquez. Victor Vasquez had a terrible game, in my opinion. I want to say terrible. Like, terrible.
The worst in the Galaxy uniform?
Not the
No.
worst, because he's
No.
had stinkers already. And then again, you know what? I have respect for him. He's done what he's done with his career.
Yeah.
But Father Time's undefeated, and it's showing again that he's gonna remain undefeated.
Tired legs.
Yeah, and
He played two
wins,
very solid games in the away games.
But it's definitely Dejan. How much do you want to put on him? I don't know, because it's never seemed to work. That's that can go in hand with Vanny getting the BJ. Is just it maybe doesn't work for him, like the two striker or him starting, and you can put that on the coach, but he was just a guy that didn't give us or offer anything on there besides turning it over and killing plays whenever he got the ball. So, by the way, and if Vasquez didn't get that assist, I would actually probably go with Vasquez because I expect more from him. The word is called "game is off," right? We know that Dejan, when he starts, it doesn't really go his way. So, yeah, so Dejan, but just by a hair.
Who you got, Edgar?
I don't want to sound like a Dejan apologist because obviously he didn't have his best game, but one of the roles that he fulfills in this team is to try to draw attention away from one Chicharito. And I felt that he did that because there were several opportunities where Chicharito had to score. We remember very well the play on which he scored because obviously that's a nice goal. But there were at least two other times where Chicha had a pass whipped into him and he was in the 18 or close to the 6, and he should have converted those shots. He should have put them on frame, and either he missed or he just lost sight of the ball and didn't get to it on time. But if you were to look back at the game, and you won't see this in the highlight package, but if you go back and look at the game, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I felt like Dan was doing his thing, and like I said earlier, he was moving around, trying to get some attention, trying to get some service that he did not get along the left side. And that's not his fault. Raheem Edwards is probably just not looking up. There were opportunities where he could have whipped it into him, and he didn't. So in that sense, I feel like maybe you guys been being harsh on Dejan Jovic, but he did not have his best game. He did take some shots, but they were being blocked. And at that point, I think he was just trying to make something happen, trying to force something to happen when the team needed it. Now, if you want to talk about whose game is off, and I know this has been his game all season, but I'm going to point out Julian because, and I point him out.
I was hoping somebody would bring him
Okay.
up.
And the reason I bring him up is because we have seen him make some mistakes in the past where you're thinking to yourself, okay, he had an okay game, and then he had this moment where he messed up. But this entire game, I mentioned already what happened on that play where Kansas City took the lead and how egregiously just horrible he handled that whole situation. It's embarrassing to see him wearing Galaxy colors and see him play in such a fashion where the fans are questioning why he's even starting.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, that's one thing. The other thing about him is that we have come to expect so much more of him, and to see him falling apart like that in the field, it's sad. And you wonder, like, what other options do we have? I mean, is Cáceres going to come in? Is he going to be?
Proved that he's not.
Hmm?
Leerdom's already proved that he's not it.
No, he isn't. So it's like this void. What do you do? Now, we're talking about that play, right? But throughout this entire game, his touch was so bad. He was a rally killer. There are opportunities where like the ball was passed to him, and when you talk about Jesse Sardes and his old elephant foot, go look back. Look at the plays. Look at what happened every time Julian got the ball. It was horrible. How does your touch get worse over time? Because we've seen him get some nice passes and he turns it into offense, or he does something with the ball to generate something. And every time the ball was coming to him, it was like he had like stone feet. So I don't know what the heck's wrong with him. He needs to get his head back in there. He needs to find whatever was burning in his belly, whatever caused that desire for him to become a professional athlete. He needs to find that again. And like I said with Efra, if it means taking him out of this situation where he's gotten obviously comfortable and putting him in a situation where somebody's gonna like put his feet to the fire, take him there.
Yeah. He did get comfortable.
Game is off.
Wow, you know what?
But see, I can't even say that's been his game the whole season.
That's what
That's what the unfortunate thing is.
No,
It's not today.
And that's why I wanted somebody to pick him, because
Today was one of his worst games the entire season, if not the
No,
worst.
I disagree. I don't think today was one.
I mean,
it
remember
was
when
up
he
there.
passed
No,
it
if
back
you go,
to
because I'm putting him under a lot of scrutiny, especially because of this week, the whole Barcelona talk. And so
Oh, yeah.
I was
That
watching
sucks
him
too, by the way,
very
to bring it
closely.
to
You can't
add to-
make rumors like a thing.
huh?
You
What?
can't you can't give him fault for rumors.
No, because
No,
the,
no,
thing-
no.
the problem here is that it's not the fault that it's not the fact that you're faulting him for rumor. It's like, it's sad as a Galaxy fan. You're like, oh, Fabrizio Romano, very respectable, very reliable source. Barcelona won Juve. I mean, sorry, Barcelona won Juve. What the fuck?
Yeah, they
Barcelona won Julian, and it sucks as a fan that you're like,
You want this?
why?
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to feel like that way about your player.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's unfortunate because we love Julian here.
Hey, Buki, they're saying you're asleep in the back. That's your capo, Alex, Zugi, Ortega.
Oh, I'm in a different section now.
All right, cool.
Yeah, if Julian was having an incredible season like he did 2021, and we heard these rumors, we would be overwhelmingly proud for him,
Yeah.
and we would be wishing him the best as he takes the next step in his career. But at this point, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words to continue.
Yeah, no, I feel bad for the whole Julian thing, and it will circle back to Julian again. Keep bringing in the questions in. Buki, take your shirt off. That's one of the comments here.
Yes, please.
Yeah. How much is it gonna take, Buki? We'll get somebody to Venmo it. What does it take? For the price.
For me to take off my shirt?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Reasonable, like not out of the question.
$1 billion.
I do it for a White Claw.
$10.
All right, somebody
Wow.
Venmo enough that I can send Buki enough to buy a White Claw or a 6-pack of White Claws, whatever, and he'll take off his shirt. So what is it? What are we at now?
We're
next
at
standing?
You Got Heart Man.
Oh, you got hard, man. Damn. That, you know what? That's the longest discussion we've ever had for
For Game is Off.
Game is
Yeah.
Off. It sucks.
Again, unfortunate because it's one of our beloved players who
Yeah,
saw
but
grow up in his club.
We both picked. Well, actually, they're both beloved players.
Yeah.
That sucks. You got hurt, man. Anyways, shit. I will go first. I will go with Chicharito. Do I want to go Chicharito? I have a couple because if I'll have to leave them out if I.
I'll pick Chicharito.
Yeah.
Mainly because he owned up to his mistake at the end of the game. I know the other guy actually put out a Instagram reel where he admits his fault.
Well,
And
what
that's
else
big,
is-
that's big of a captain.
Well, what else are you gonna do? You have to.
You have to. Well, as every time after every match, he does put face for the team, and that is still a big responsibility. Knowing that you're trying to make a playoff push, that's what you want from your captain, regardless if we didn't get the 3 points or not. So he gets his honorable mention because of
Yeah,
that. It takes heart. It takes heart because he did have a good game. He scored 2 goals. Could have been the hat trick hero.
He did great. He did his job.
Yeah.
He finished. And just that ending just kind of ruined it for me.
It ruined the whole
probably
weekend.
Be a whole different conversation if he would have hit the hat trick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously. Yeah, I was my mind as he's lining up to take that shot, I was thinking to myself, I know what I'm gonna say about him when we give out the next standing award.
Me too. I was like, here's my word.
In my mind, I'm already like formulating the words. I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna say. And then what happens, and I'm just watching like this entire debacle fall apart around me.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking to myself, well, yeah, he scored that first goal, which was nice. In a nice pass, a nice connection. I like, a Masia goal between Puig and Vasquez to Chicha. Nice goal, man. And then he gets the penalty, like nice, top shelf. And then he lays an egg, and you're like, damn.
That's crazy because we can all agree that literally these awards are, fake ass awards, but that literally
prestigious awards.
they're prestigious. It's been going on for 5 years.
Prestigious
But that
awards.
literally what separates him from winning the award to not winning it, right? The fucking take, that PK take.
Okay, now, if he would have blasted that shot,
Yeah.
and
And
the
missed.
keeper makes the save,
Or
Cool.
right? No. If the keeper makes the save and he blasts that shot and the keeper makes an incredible save, you're like, damn, what a great save by this guy. Chicha at least blasted the hell out of the ball, right? But the way it went down, where it's like his safety is unnecessary. It's
Why?
unnecessary. We want to live lives where at some point when you're like 80 years old, you can look back at your life and say, I have no regrets. But then you look at something like this and
Maybe I have one or two.
damn, you regret doing that.
Yeah.
You regret making that decision because you let your feelings get to you. Your
Maybe
emotions
Your
get
pride.
to you.
The pride got to him.
Your
pride
pride.
cost us 3
Damn it,
points.
Chicha.
Pride is poison.
Chicho, the person you are, if you ever watch this or listen to this, you love to learn. You love life lessons. You love to take life the way you take life. Well, there you go, man. This is one you gotta fucking really learn from, bro. You do you. Don't fucking let your ego or your pride get
Show
the
him
best
the
of you.
pitch.
Bury that bitch.
And then you could scream in his face. And you were in front of Lars. What better way to scream in his face in
And-
front of Lars?
Now, I don't want us to just bash on Chicha.
No, of course
Because
not. No.
as I was leaving the field, and I was thinking to myself, like, when have I felt like this before? And I was like, oh yes, yeah, one time Landon Donovan lined up for a penalty kick in Superliga, and we could have won the game.
Or
and-
MLS Cup 2009.
and he messed up.
Chill.
Yeah, no, of course.
And
No,
you're
yeah,
like,
That's
damn.
crazy. The thing is, it's crazy. If he doesn't take it that way, or if he doesn't take it at all, say the penalty doesn't happen, discussion's different. We
Yeah.
can
Yes.
already pick them.
100% different.
That's crazy. That's what I'm crazy. The fact that he did what he did, it's not the fact that he missed it. It's what he did and the way he did it is why he doesn't win this prestigious award.
You know what I want to know? I want to know what Chewy thinks because
Chewy,
I mean, Chewy-
Chewy doesn't remember.
you know, I really want to know what he thinks because he hasn't said much, during this broadcast. So I'm just curious to know what he thinks about that missed penalty at the end there.
Be honest, Chewy.
Talk to Chewy.
Chewy. What do you think about that missed penalty?
I think I said it on our chat. I was just disappointed, dude. I'm not even mad.
And
I'm
I always,
just-
and I always say
Damn.
that. And
That's
then I
even
always said
worse.
that. I heard this before and it stuck me forever. Disappointed is worse than me. dude.
Yeah.
You know what? What he said is perfect because there's some people that were mad and they were booing, but those of us that really follow the team, I mean, can't remember the last time I booed one of our guys. I'm not the type to boo, but
I don't.
when
I
you
don't
feel
either.
I don't either.
when the
I say
feeling
boo earns.
when the feeling of disappointment is so overwhelming that you're not even angry, you're just disappointed. That's like you said, that's worse.
Yeah.
Especially on Chicha, dude.
So next standing player award here.
That's a tough one.
I don't know if this will be
I'll go first.
Go for it.
I'll go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna say Riqui Puig.
Oh,
Because-
okay, sweet. Never mind.
Riqui Puig, although at one point in the game, he was trying to get cute with Vasquez. Like I said, they were doing a stupid tiki-taka. And I'm like, no, you guys can't get away with tiki-taka here because some MLS offenders are going to come and knock you on your ass. And they were going after him, so credit to him. He was doing his best to navigate some of those like big Kansas City defenders that were trying to put him on his ass. But he did his best. And the play that led to that second goal for the Galaxy was, I'm sorry, the one that he let, they passed to Cabral was him dealing with one of those defenders trying to knock him down, where he shimmied around him and got that pass off as he ran up the field. So, my God, this guy's vision is amazing. I compared him last week to watching Magic Johnson with the Showtime Lakers, who, as soon as he gets the ball and the Lakers go on the break,
It's showtime,
he already knows
It's showtime.
who's gonna get the ball and where, and that guy probably doesn't know he's getting the ball, but at some point, you know Magic's gonna get you the ball, and when he gets the ball, all he has to do is just go for an easy layup or a dunk.
No.
And a funny thing is that Cabral got the ball, right? And we're talking about how he's going to unlock Cabral. He's going to unlock Cabral. And Cabral was unlocked for a second there, and then he remembered, oh, I am Kevin Cabral. Let me make this more difficult for
I don't
myself.
know where you got that voice from.
Please get fouled.
You leave Cabral alone. He's a nice
But
kid.
for Riqui
Yeah.
Puig,
Nah,
too.
fuck that. No bullshit, dude. I'm upset at that penalty.
Why?
There you go.
Like, because
Should have finished
bro.
it.
No. Yeah, Cabral should have
Well,
fucking
that
had
was
that.
it.
Oh,
Still
you're
ended
talking
up in a
about how
goal.
Cabral could have scored that
Yeah.
a lot earlier, and then he's had it to make it difficult for himself,
Dude,
right?
Like that's what I'm pissed about. I'm pissed
See?
that he did that. Because dude, come on, bro. It's you, the keeper, and a defender. Defender that's going full speed to a fucking poste. You as a striker fucking need to have that shit.
Attaboy, Chewy. Attaboy.
There you
Give
go,
him that.
Chewy.
See?
No, dude, it's upsetting. Like I really am not happy about that PK. I'm not happy how it was gotten. Like, nah, bro, fucking Cabral, you don't show us how you fall. You show that every fucking week. Like, bury something.
Yes. See, people tune in to NAG to listen to Eddie and Bryant,
Oh,
but they
just
stay
us? That's what's
for
up.
Chewy.
They stayed for Chewy.
All feelings, no facts.
All feelings of facts. So I'm gonna feed off of what Edgar was talking about with Ricky. You know how you mentioned like he got cute for a while, right? But that's one reason why he's also the next standing player and by far the best player on this team. Subs were made. He lost all his teammates in the middle.
Yeah.
He changed his game. That pass that he did that caused the penalty wouldn't have happened if he had the same guys because he knew he had nobody to give the ball to.
Yep.
He knew he had to turn this guy around and find the runner.
the
Because
Hail
you had
Mary.
wingers now.
Yeah.
You no longer had
Oh,
midfielders. That is why he's
Hornies.
yeah, that's why. That's why we all like Ricky Splooge all
Yeah,
over him,
Ricky
because
Splooge all
things
day,
like that
baby.
we can probably say we've never seen a player like this.
He
in a Galaxy
made
form.
Kevin Cabral look good. And if you're a pro wrestling fan, you've heard that term before where you have somebody who's just an awful wrestler, but they pair him up with a good worker
Yeah.
and makes him look like $1,000,000. For a second there, he made Cabral look good until Cabral just bleh.
Cabral.
Cabral gonna Cabral. But
Cabral
that's another
Hurricane.
discussion for another day.
I will add to your guys' stuff as well. Sure, the offense, Hornies. What is so underrated about this young man is his tenacity to get back on defense. There was talks of him not actually being a defensive player.
Now he's scrappy, bro.
He's scrappy when he tries to win the ball back.
Let me at him.
I can imagine him
My
sitting there
gosh.
like Jordan, and he's like, and they said I wasn't good on defense, and I took that personally.
This kid
Brian Jordan?
does everything.
Brian Jordan.
This kid does everything.
What does
But
he
who
do?
would have thought you needed a career player in this
He's
team,
not
right?
he's not a goalkeeper.
Not us. Not us. Ricky Splooge, you are the next standing player of the week.
Yeah.
Let me get back to some of these questions here.
Actually,
Sorry.
there's an actual cool Hartman Award given out in the chat to the
Actually, cool. He like insulted everybody. Oh, for the first time, there's something cool said here.
no, well, this was because the 2002 championship team that was there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
That was
next
pretty cool.
standing. I mean,
No.
yeah,
Oh,
next
dude,
standing.
you know what's funny? I try to give these guys a fact, and then I remember, and I can't. Fuck. Tyson Tinley. What's his name?
Tyson Fury.
No, McKinley Tyson or something like that.
yeah.
Do you remember like
The fuck.
his goal in the playoffs?
That
I
seems so
will
long
never
ago, man.
forget him. I will never forget him because Random as fuck. Like, he's a hard name to remember. He's not a household name. He's not even a Galaxy fan household name. But you remember back in the day, in the 2002 run, it was best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
So we played Kansas. We beat Kansas here. They killed us over there. We came back home. We killed them here. They take out Pescadito. And McKinley Tyson, or however you say his name. Sorry if I'm watching it. Comes in and he, like, whiffs a ball and he scores. He scores, like, the 5th goal. He scores a semifinal goal against Kansas.
A lot of people don't realize, by the way, that Kansas
but
City.
it's so random that he was there.
No, I was gonna say a lot of people don't realize that back in the day, Kansas City was one of the teams that's always contending for a cup.
Yeah.
And the only reason that they didn't win was because Galaxy kept stonewalling them.
And you got
Until-
Preki, Tony Miola.
Until 2000, that 2000 year, ooh, man, they were so good.
They had Mark Chung, no? I think
Yeah,
too.
no, they had a good team. You know who was on that team? Chris Klein.
Chris Klein was on that fucking team.
He was.
Holy shit. Oh, fuck that
Sorry.
team.
Dude,
I had to-
the way you.
So he kept them from winning too.
Yeah. It took them a while to figure it out.
Oh my god, that's fucked up. So let's go. A couple questions here in the chat. Is Riqui Puig
Splooge.
in line for the armband? Too early.
No,
Too early.
I
not
think
yet.
Chicha leaves. It goes like to Derek Williams or who else?
Araujo.
Hell no.
Araujo.
Right now?
I would say Derek Williams is the obvious. And from
Sasha?
there, Bond would be next.
No, Sasha's, I think, is done after
Yeah,
this year.
Sasha's done.
Oh, yeah.
Williams, Bond.
Oh, but I would love for Sasha to get his what is it?
Coaching.
100th assist.
1,000? 100?
100th.
100th assists with the Galaxy. That would be nice. That'd be beautiful. We got a couple not questions, but more like comments on Instagram. If you want me to read those.
Go for it.
One from Boatman2137. The PK miss. That was on his mind. From Tony Be Real. Sasha was bad. And what the fuck is Chicha doing? FAILenka100.
Wanka.
Cut Chicharito now. Mad face emoji.
No.
Logan Jones. I know he scored 2 goals. But F Chicha.
Damn.
Ouch. That hurts me. You know why? Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even be in this game.
Of course.
I mean, credit Riqui Puig for creating some offense, but you gotta have a finisher.
Yeah, of
And
course.
what have I been saying this whole time? If Chicha scores, that's a good thing. He scored today. That's a good thing.
Scored twice.
We've been doing well whenever he scores.
Yeah.
And we need him to keep scoring. But, yeah, that...
Two steps back.
Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. You've heard that term before? Where,
I did now.
he messed up that penalty kick, but don't bury him. Don't drag his name to the mud because he's been doing good. He's been doing well for us during this run. So, cut him some slack. Yeah, it was disappointing, but this was just a moment, and hopefully this moment doesn't dictate the fate of our.
No,
our
of course
playoff
not.
lives.
Dude, like I mentioned earlier, he owned up to it. And that's, for me, that's big. He's your captain. He's your face. He's your DP player.
Yeah,
Who is on a contract year, right?
yeah.
Uh,
I think
this is what you do as a professional.
Here's another question. Now that you mentioned contract year. Question for all of you.
yes.
From Douglas Pettis. Is Chicha here next season?
no.
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 If I have a
No.
crystal, if I had a good if I had a crystal ball, I'd say no. I don't. I'm gonna
Hey,
go with no.
And if the following question is about Suarez, hell no. Don't even think about bringing him
There's
over
a
here.
question about Suarez. Actually,
Chicha surpassed his 200th.
Jan Peter.
200th.
Go.
Oh,
Yeah.
goal, yeah. The first one was 200. So we saw 200 and 201. Congrats, bro. Club
Congrats.
goal.
Congrats, Chicha. Yeah, congrats. That's awesome.
Club goal.
No.
And another positive of this game.
Total.
Jan Peter Anger.
Mm-hmm.
Jan Peter Anger. Is that a play on words? It's not.
That's his real name.
Huh?
That's his real name. He's from Germany.
9. That means
10.
I, right?
Jean-Peter Anga.
Jean-Peter Hanga says we need Suarez ASAP.
We don't.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
We do
need,
not.
No.
We need a youthful striker maybe next
And
season.
Douglas Perez, just to close out this question, is Suarez really the answer, though?
Nope.
He's 35.
It is not.
Nope.
Not at all.
No. Would you rather have Suarez or an aging Cristiano Ronaldo?
Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, there's no hesitation.
Yeah. He's a
Marketable for one.
yeah. He's not human. He's just
And
like Zlatan.
the way he takes care of his body, and
Yeah.
he uses Herbalife, no brainer.
Nah, I think this is a question we could table for the future, and that is,
No.
who do we bring in? Because do you guys feel that Costa will be around next season?
Of course not. He shouldn't be.
If there's any self-respect, this club cuts ties.
But Klein is
Good tie.
still.
What about Cabral?
I don't
That
mind
was
Cabral.
tricky.
Possibly.
I don't mind Cabral.
Loan him out?
Huh?
I don't mind Cabral being
Yeah.
here. I don't mind it.
It's
What
tricky.
about Chewy?
Yeah, if we can loan him out,
It's tricky.
do it. But if not,
It's
keep him.
It's tricky in the fact that it's a Galaxy. There's a lot of moving parts. So one, let's say you just call Julian out, right? Is Galaxy ready to make Dejan a 10 player? I think his salary is there.
Mhm.
And then we'd assume they just offload Efra somehow or somewhere. That's why it's tricky, right? Cabral is tricky in that. Would you move him? Yeah, of course.
You
But
mentioned.
can they? Would they?
Sorry to cut you off, Eddie. You mentioned offloading Efra. What about Julian?
You
And-
did work. You would
and
circle around to
Here's
that
a question for all of us here. Do you think right now that Julian is one of the 23 that goes to Qatar for me?
Yeah.
No.
For
Nope.
who? For Mexico?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He's one of the 23.
Chaka sucks, bro.
Is it because
Not just
Mexico
that.
is?
People like him.
Is it because Mexico's lacking depth in that position?
Nah,
And-
he's a marketable young Latin American that has done a lot for the Mexican community. And-
his community
Yeah,
in Lampak.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's Mexican American.
He's marketable.
They don't take lightly to Mexican Americans and selection.
No,
And
but he's marketable.
But because I think because of what you just said, that's why he doesn't get in.
No, he gets in because their depth sucks there, and then the rosters are what 28.
23.
Playfulness
No,
mode
this
at
year
right
they're
back.
more.
What do you mean?
They're like 28 this time.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big roster.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because of everything
Yeah.
of like
And,
COVID, heat, head,
Fascinating.
Yeah,
all
and
that
then
shit.
Chaka
they're allowing
sucks.
more.
Like, I don't really watch them,
Then
but
I
I
guess
hear
he's
enough
there.
fans talk about how their right back situation sucks.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, he makes it. For sure.
I think he makes it. How do you? Here's a question from the commercial underground. How did Julian get worse under defenders Vanny and Kalajman?
Ooh.
That's
That's
the
you know what?
enigma.
Yeah.
That's the enigma because
Nah. One of the things that I had brought up a while ago when we first started watching Edwards is that now we're seeing the flaws that Julian has as a defender. Because before Edwards, Julian was an attacking defender, right? Was kind of like a wing. So for the longest time, he was an attacking defender. So he would run up if his speed would help him come back and make him look really good. Now his defense is making him look bad. Not his speed, just his defensive intelligence. He doesn't have it.
no, but we've seen him play. Decent
Sparks?
defense.
Sparks? Yes. Everybody can have sparks. Right? Even fucking Segaciani has sparks.
Chill.
Even fucking
He's saying Koulibaly right now.
Yeah.
okay, Sega fucking Ciani and fucking what's his face? Diego Costa has I mean, not Diego fucking Costa have sparks, right? Everybody has sparks of what their fucking real good talent is. But Julian has shown us that his talent is not defense. He looks really good as a defender because he can run back and get back. But as a defender, he's not good. And we saw it with Edwards fucking running up. That's where I don't like Edwards. He runs all the time. Even if Julian's up there, he's up there. La verga, güey.
Yeah, we discussed this before too.
Yeah. But
About
this
when
is
that
where
guy comes up.
Yeah, this is where, to me, Julian has shown his lack of defensive intelligence.
Well,
That's me.
thanks, Chewy. No need to rewind to the first 10 minutes of the show. Chewy just went back there. But Edwards, but we got some here. The Commercial Underground, McKinley Tenson. That's his name.
McKinley
Scored
Tenson.
31 seconds after being subbed on in a semifinal game. And I remember that. And he like totally whiffs that ball and it goes in.
Elite.
Right. I was there. It's crazy.
I was thinking about what Chu was saying. I hate to be or start this thought about Julian's skill set already peaking.
Nah, it could be.
No.
I think it
I want to say is he needs to change the scenery.
Here's the thing.
I want to say
Here's
he
the thing.
needs
No,
that
here's the thing. Why you don't
change it.
believe that? I don't believe that. You don't believe that. The argument about Efra and him, they're not the same. Not one of us here has said, "Fucking Julian's whack." He ain't.
No.
But is this? Have we seen the
He's
best?
not, I think
out
he
of
might be
already?
unchallenged, and
So change the
how we
scenery.
mentioned like, oh, he's coached by an MLS winning coach. It's like, bro, like, what are you different from the other guy? And he keeps losing, right? It could be that. It could be that. He just.
I hate seeing that shit from Julian though, dude, because such a promising
But
player.
he's a kid.
Could be.
He needs like that, like
That slap in the face of reality.
something. Yeah, he needs some kind of change. And that, like I said, like you're asking if he's peaked and stuff. No, because this discussion would be completely different.
No, I just don't want to be that person that start thinking that already.
We have not said we want him to go. I want to see him leave. Comparison,
not.
and I
Of
use
course
Efra as the example. It's like, dude, fucking get out of here, bro. Go play for, I don't know, Tomateros or whatever.
Todos Nessa or whoever.
Todos Nessa or some shit. Different. That's why now he hasn't peaked.
No, going back to the Julian thing, earlier this week when all the talk about Barcelona was all the rage on Twitter.
Oh yeah, you guys had to circle back to
there
this
was on Twitter,
I
I
got
got
my
into a
theory.
conversation with a guy who's a Barcelona fan. He was asking me and another Galaxy fan about Julian, and he's like, "Is this guy any good?" I was like, I told him, last year he was fantastic. Earned a spot with the Mexican national team, well deserved. But this season has been a completely different person. Really don't know what's exactly going on in his mind. But right now, if Barcelona were to get him right now, there's no way he can replace Dest because Bassett is in a different level right now. But if given time and given the right direction, I think that Julian could eventually surpass him. But that would mean he would have to make that effort.
Okay. Julian.
We're back to talking about Julian again.
Yeah, I know. It's like the Kanye fucking discussion.
It's-
we had.
it's-
Here's the thing about Julian.
Because
Okay,
it's unfortunate to see this type of drop that he had from
Yeah.
last season.
Here's the thing about the Julian and the Barca thing before I forget. I said I was going to come back
Yeah,
to that.
yeah.
Galaxy and Barca have a relationship now. Do you not believe that they're in cahoots? Like saying like,
Yeah, we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, you know what I told you?
Yeah.
He's like, Galaxy's like, hey, we're gonna plant this fucking Barca rumor. All they ask is Barca, like nobody talks, just don't say anything. You don't have to say it's true. You don't have to say it's not real.
Mhm.
That makes sense to me, because the Porto America rumors are fucking hot,
Yeah.
and after
Yeah.
that,
All right, make his price go up.
nothing.
So increases.
Exactly.
Yeah, have a that's your secondary eBay account.
I mean, to me, that's kind of like interesting how you went from nothing to like, oh, now Barca like really.
I
wants
like your
something.
conspiracy theory. Please go on that.
That's it.
All feelings, no facts. Let's
That's
go.
all. That's all I got. Have you guys buy into that?
I
I mean, it's kind of crazy,
You're-
right? You
you're
have to
giving
think
your
about,
front
the
office a lot of credit here.
No, to me, it could because we never had a rumor of Julian over there, at least there.
I mean, we've known there's been interest from European clubs
Yeah.
even before this season. Which, I mean, when you see him play last season, deservedly so. Like I just mentioned, call up to the national team. That's a big deal. as any player in the world getting called up to your
You're
national
getting
team.
seen,
Yeah,
right? You're getting seen.
so it's just it's. I don't know, dude.
You don't
It's-
bite? You don't bite?
I'll bite on that just because I want to hear you say some crazy shit. Go for it.
No, that's all I got.
That's his crazy shit.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Watch it be true. You get an email. Eddie,
I know,
shut the
bro.
fuck up.
Like, this is the last time you see my nag and shit. Like fucking,
The clear, damn.
fucking picture of me with candles. Right
The clear. Shout out to Aaron.
Oh, the clear. I'll be in Nashville next week, by the way. I'm
Ooh.
excited for that.
Do you have
Hey.
any
Bow,
questions,
bow,
comments
bow.
for more?
Hell yeah.
We don't have any more questions or comments, but
Some good food.
Any
some
topics,
good country
things
music.
you want to talk about before we?
before we leave,
I can't think of any.
Good- it's a long weekend, and at this point, I missed my exit, so I'm gonna continue.
oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you know.
The celebration continues.
Yes. And Chewy's not gonna drive home. So,
Nah, she was gonna stay here.
Yeah, I'm gonna
The fuck?
have him continue celebrating with me. And anything you guys want to bring up?
Just the Nashville game that's coming up.
Oof,
You know
how
how-
big is that game
How
now?
no? How important were these wasted points today? Looking now, because
Yeah.
those 2 points that we let get away. You look at what Nashville's been doing. I'm looking at it right here in front of me. Look at this: 4-0 over Dallas, 3-0 over Vancouver, 4-1 over Colorado, 3-0 over Austin FC.
Now we're gonna tie.
Fuck
it.
I will. No,
We're
actually, a
gonna
tie
tie.
doesn't even help us.
We need the win
We need to win. Fuck.
against
man.
a Mukhtar who is
We're gonna
very
tie.
high.
Those
right
guys
now.
have scored 14 goals in the last 4 games.
We're gonna tie.
14 goals and Mukhtar is.
He took because
I
he's
still
like
think
he's on, he's
Juicy
on,
is still the
watch
MVP
them
of the
play.
league.
He's talking about Druzy. I'm like, dude, Mukhtar's on something else right now.
Mukhtar is cut differently, dude.
Yeah.
That dude is built differently.
There's an argument for
Because he got a
both.
new haircut, that's why too.
No, I mean Nashville is on a
cut.
tear right now. They in the last 4 games they've scored 14 goals and only allowed 1.
It's impressive.
I love how we always happen to get these teams like in that
Like on their
moment. Yeah, like Kansas was shit, but we had Kansas on this run, right? Who do we play that?
we ran into New England on a run
sorry, New England. How long have they not been defeated at home?
since April.
How long have it been since we beat Toronto? Or Toronto was like 1-7 or something like that.
Toronto hadn't lost in a while. I think they had lost only one of the last 7 games.
We catch everyone at these moments.
Yeah.
Well, let's just hope for a fairy tale.
Well, we
ending
can't
with this
create our
one.
own fucking moment. Oh, 1 defeated in 5 now.
Another positive.
Yeah.
It's like that.
All right.
Getting points however you can.
Yeah, I did it.
I do
Now-
want to mention something before we do leave.
Wait.
Everybody go to nagtv.com and read Edgar's
Oh,
article.
yes,
A beautifully written
article.
article. Yeah, hell yeah. Let's go.
I can fly twice as high.
What is it? Take a look.
It's
Read
in a
up.
it's in a book.
It's
Reading Edgar's
Reading
article.
Edgar.
That guy's
Nah.
gonna host Jeopardy, by the way. He hasn't started. I don't know what's going on.
I grew up watching that guy. I learned about hockey watching him.
He's in Star Trek as well, right?
Yes.
Yes, he is. With the little visor thing.
Jordy LaForge.
There you go.
There it is.
I can't see shit, Captain.
That was random as fuck. You know what? You good? I'm good.
I'm good.
You good, Edgar?
Yeah.
I thought, are we going to do any predictions for Nashville?
What's up?
Predictions for Nashville?
I'll do it because
Because you might not be here.
There might not be a show.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to
Larry
Nashville,
Chewy's
too.
right. We're not gonna be here. Most likely won't be a show. I'm still considering taking my laptop, and we figured out a way to do it on Sunday. But I doubt it's doubtful. Honestly, it's doubtful.
Facebook Live, baby.
Food.
Oh yeah, food. We gotta eat barbecue
Mm.
and Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, hell yeah.
You're fucking basic, bro.
You're-
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Pinche basic ass
You know
bitch.
this basic ass is going to Tennessee. Where are you gonna be?
Sat at home.
Exactly. Tennessee whiskey. Fuck, man. It hurts to say we're gonna drop it. I think it might get ugly. Because if you watch him play, like Edgar's watching play, you don't have the argument for Mukhtar. You haven't seen it, bro.
I haven't seen him.
Nashville's a machine right now.
Tie.
Well, I've seen him in the beginning of the season. That's not them now, though.
You know what? You know it's we're rolling the dice. We've been rolling the dice for a bit with like these playoff hopes and stuff. I think we hit snake eyes I guess for lack of better terms. I think we get shut out.
Get shut out.
Yeah, because our goals have been like these miraculous like passes or dead balls, or amazing out of nowhere goals, where we haven't really, just like today, all that possession and do nothing with it. I think we're bound to like not score in one of these games. And I think this is the way Nashville's playing. This might be it. And it sucks 'cause I'm traveling out there, so
Tie.
I'll be light. I'll go 2-0.
I'm drinking the punch.
I'm still gonna say a tie.
Nah,
No
I'm
matter
drinking the
what.
punch and saying some optimistic shit right now.
Go ahead.
We're gonna win. And it's perfectly set up for the LA Galaxy to win. What better way to try to get into the playoffs? By winning this game against Nashville, a hot team who usually, when we go up against streaks, it doesn't go our way. Now this is the time to change the tide. I'm gonna say win.
The only streaks that go your way is the ones on your underwear.
Hey, let's go. Right leg only.
Damn.
Now, as hot as Nashville has been, we believe Galaxy is only 6 points behind them.
I know.
And that's with 2 games at hand.
They also but they had a bad start too. Nashville.
Yeah.
So
Right.
one of the things that Nashville has always been known for is their defense. And like I said, in the last 4 games, they've only allowed 1 goal.
Damn, bro.
But one of the things that they were always looking for was a way to unlock their offense. Is they have Mukhtar and they have some other serviceable players that are really good. But now, whatever the hell they did, they figured it out because they're destroying teams, good teams. So do I expect to win? No. I'd say I'll be very generous and say Nashville 3, Galaxy 1.
I'll be on the optimistic side the whole time then. Fuck it. You know what? It's a long weekend.
Long weekend. Cheers, boys. You know what?
Hell yeah.
Cheers to long weekend.
At least we didn't
I enjoyed
lose.
I enjoyed my time with you guys tonight. Edgar,
Yeah,
welcome
yeah.
back to the studio.
Always.
If you're trying to find me anywhere in social media, you can find me as Eddie Nags Bryant.
You can find me as Bryant Nags on Instagram and Twitter. Edgar?
You can find me on Twitter as Edgar Nags, not to be confused with Eddie Nags, which still happens to this day. I also want to say big shout out to Sad Girl Sisters because they make some really good stuff. I got myself some churro cheesecake bites, which I'm going to share with my wife later on. And
Doesn't share with us though.
I know.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
That does
Wait
sound bomb,
a
though.
minute. I shared some gummies with you just not so long ago.
But
pico
not the
gummies.
fucking cheesecake.
Yeah.
Oh, well, my bad. Okay, I'll wine you in down you next time.
But yeah, check them out. I think they have an Instagram, right? They have an Instagram and a Twitter.
Yes, Insta
Sad
and Twitter.
Yeah, so
Girl
just follow them
Instagram,
at
Twitter.
Sad Girl Sisters.
And of course, nagnews.tv.
Yes, check out the article. It's awesome. It's about the community kit.
Yeah, the community kit and
The more
El
than
Moretano
video.
yeah.
A lot of people are like, damn, that's a long video. Well, it's Galaxy history. I mean, it's a long article. It's a Galaxy history with a guy who was heavily involved in that marketing campaign. He doesn't just talk about the jersey, doesn't just talk about the video. He talks about the Galaxy community, who are you guys. So you want to know what somebody who was an insider of the team thinks about you and how much they care about the Galaxy community. And this happened during the pandemic when things were pretty bleak. And the team was trying to figure out ways to embrace the community. So this is a story you want to read.
There you go. Chuyazo.
Yo,
What's up?
¿qué onda?
That's what's
Bello.
up. Chavez.
You guys can
Ja.
find me as Chavez JA, Chavez Ka, on all social media. Pretty
Social
easy,
media.
Pretty simple.
Chocho Media.
Ando pedo. Hey,
I
I got the really early.
And
Fucking
Chewy
bought
Media.
2 tickets just so
Hell
we
yeah.
can go in and come back out.
He-
Were you having a blast,
He
fam?
chicken bought 2 tickets.
Let's go.
Thank you everyone for joining us after this game. We didn't even know we were going on tonight. Y'all still here fucking with us, so we
Yeah, hell
appreciate
yeah.
you.
We fuck
But
with you guys, bro.
Yeah, make sure to like, share if you're here listening to this later in the live streams. You know, I'm sorry, live streams on the
Audio
only streams.
We encourage you to come to the live.
Yeah, come have some fun.
Come,
You know?
be
Come
part
have
of the
a drink.
conversation in the chat.
Come have a drink.
There you
Ah,
go.
there it is. Come have a drink.
Again,
With
thank
Chewy.
you everyone for joining us in this long weekend. I want to keep drinking. I hope you guys want to keep drinking. We'll see what happens. Be safe, everyone. Stay cool. It's fucking hot out there. Make sure to keep your pets inside on some AC. Don't be a jerk, because believe me, it's a bitch outside. For Edgar, Ryan, Chewy, Anna. My name's Eddie. We'll get up out of here. Till next time,
Keep on nagging.
keep on nagging. Still fuck Boston.
Nagging.
Fucking wicked.